Now, the first way to stop giving her money and still keep her interested on my list today is to not start with giving her money. Now, my kings, this is that prevention is better than cure situation. If you don't want to get to the point where your woman becomes so demanding that you start wondering, how am I even going to stop her from doing this? How do I get to the point where I let her know that she's being too demanding without losing her? Then please do not start with giving her money, because that is how you started. You meet a woman. I know there is always this thing where you feel as a king that you need to show a woman that you're well to do. You need to show a woman that you can take care of her. And then, at the early stages of the relationship or even at the talking stage, you're already telling a woman what you do, how much you earn, what your finances look like, and you are already trying to show her that you're living well, show her that you're in a good apartment, or you have your own place, or you have a car. Just show her that you are well to do enough to take care of her. Because you feel this need to, prove to this woman that yes, I can take care of you. You end up giving off the vibe that, okay, this one is here to spend. He has enough to spare. So, okay. So even for a woman who wasn't even genuinely interested in the first place, she can stick around because, okay, he has it to go around. He has it to spend. So why don't I just stay and get as much as I can get? So you already built her that way. And even for a woman who, didn't have that in mind, didn't have a mind to manipulate you and get what she can out of you, you've kind of opened that door to her knowing that, okay, if I ask for it, he's going to do it. He is always going to provide. And it can gradually start getting to her and becoming a thing for her. That is where she starts becoming demanding. So if you don't want it at all, it is better you don't start that way. And don't get me wrong, I am not saying you shouldn't provide for your woman or you shouldn't do things if you can. But don't start with giving a woman money. In the early stages, you're already, throwing cash around. You are setting yourself up, my kings. So yes, this is like the best way to stop giving a woman money and still keep her interested. Because when you don't start that way, she wouldn't have those expectations. Or when you start that way, that is when she starts feeling entitled. Women easily start feeling entitled because that's how you started. So now she's going to be expecting, you're already doing it. It's your responsibility. It's something you have to do. That is because you started that way. So yes, my kings, not starting with giving her money in the first place is the very best way to stop giving a woman money and still keep her interested. Another way to stop giving her money on my list today is to learn to say no. My kings, don't go out of your way to provide for your woman. Because again, this is going to build her to believe that as long as she asks for it, you are going to provide it. You never say no to her. And because you never say no to her, she is going to start being over demanding. It is just going to grow with time. It is natural. It is human nature. I know that anytime I come to you for something, you're going to give it to me. I am always going to come to you because I know you're not going to say no. And it will get to a point where she's even going to start coming to you for things she on a normal day would have been able to handle on her own. But because she knows you're not going to say no, she comes to you regardless. And you also, not knowing what to do, would go ahead to do it for her. So please, my kings, learn to say no. It is not comfortable if you can't afford it. If it's not something you can do, if it's something you think she can handle, say no. Start it from the early stages so she knows. Because when you start it early, you wouldn't get to the point where you now start feeling, she's being over demanding. How do I stop this? Without her feeling like maybe I've stopped loving her. Because women can also feel that way. Because if I know that all the time I request something for you, you do it for me, and all of a sudden you no longer want to do it, I might start feeling that maybe now because you've gotten me, that's why you don't feel like doing those things anymore. Or maybe your love for me have depreciated, that's why you don't want to do those things anymore. So yes, my kings, learn to say no at the early stages so that she knows that it is not every and anything that she can come to you for, expecting to get a yes for an answer. Another way to stop giving her money is to suggest other ways. Now, my kings, if you start this early, it will help. But if you are already in a situation where you've, already gotten it wrong and she's already started becoming over demanded, now start bringing this in little by little. When she demands those things that are just ridiculous, what you have to do is suggest another way for her to get it. And by this, I mean, first, you say no. Oh no, babe, I can't afford it this time, or I can't do it this time, or I don't have it. And then you suggest another way that she can fix it herself. Maybe she has, let's say she asks you for money for something and you say no, and then you suggest, okay, you have this thing laying around here. Why don't you sell it to get the money you need to, do this thing that you want to do urgently, and then later on you can replace that thing that you sold. Now, even though this one has gotten to the point of over demanding, you are going to let her feel like you are being considerate, because regardless the fact you said no, you kind of gave her a solution. You suggested a solution. So she's going to, be sidelined, where she now focuses on the fact that, okay, you will suggested something. Yeah, he couldn't provide it. But the thing is just as important to him. That is why he also looked for another solution for me and suggested something that might help me solve this problem. So that way, you are letting her off without actually hurting her feelings or making her feel like, oh, maybe he doesn't love me anymore. That's why he doesn't want to give me money again. So yes, my kings, suggesting other ways is another way to stop giving her money without making her lose interest in you. Another way to stop giving her money is to offer help. Now, my kings, let me use this instance. Your woman says, babe, please, I need money. I need money to, let me say, do my nails. Then you go like, oh, I'm sorry. I can't do that at the moment, or I can't afford that at the moment. But since you want to go do your nails, I can take you, I can drive you there. You've kind of offered her help, regardless the fact you're not giving her the main thing that she's asking for. So now she's going to look at the kind gesture that you're giving her and forget about the fact that you actually denied her the main thing she requested for. And if it is something she can't afford, believe me, she's going to do it. Because she just feels like, okay, yeah, he didn't give me the money, but he also helped out. He drugged me, at least he saved me that cost of transportation. Do you get? So this is your way of getting her off without making it look like you're losing interest in her or you no longer love her. That's why you're no more provided. And this is especially for kings who have already gotten it wrong, where your woman has already become over demanded. This is your way of letting her off easily. Trust me, by the time you do this time and time again, 2-3 times, she's going to stop requesting for those things she can afford. If she can afford it, she will stop requesting for it. So this is where this comes to play, because you actually know that something as little as her nails, getting her nails done, is something your woman can afford. But she's asking it from you because she knows you would always give it to her. So this is another way to just bring her back to her senses, to let her know that, okay, I can actually afford these things. So why am I even worrying this guy? Now, you stop giving her that money for ridiculous things, where you are still having your peace in your relationship. Now, the last way to stop giving her money and still keep her interested on my list today is to teach her how to make money. Now, my kids, if your woman is always demanding things, like you are looking at these things like, you should be able to afford this one now. Teach her ways that she can make money. And I am saying this for a woman who is actually intelligent. And if she's not, That saves you, because when you try to teach her how to make money, she's going to refuse it because she believes she's just supposed to sit down, relax, and be taken care of. And that way you know what you're dealing with. You can easily just let her go. But when she's willing, a woman who actually knows that, okay, if he teaches me this thing, I can start getting this money for myself and stop disturbing him. Any reasonable woman is going to take that, you know. And if you see that she's a woman who can handle business and all she just needs is that push or a startup, start it up for her. Give her that push that she needs so that she starts earning something tangible enough to take care of these things herself without demanding them from you. That way, you have your woman, you have your peace, and she stops demanding ridiculously from you. And if this doesn't sit well with her, you save yourself from being with someone who is only with you for the things she can get from you. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 ways to stop giving your woman money and still keep her interested. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do watch subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one.